There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son grew restless. He looked at his father's house and felt trapped. One day he went to his father and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." This was shocking. In those days, inheritance was given after a father's death. But the father did not argue. Instead, he divided his property and gave the younger son what he asked for. Not long after, the younger son packed his things and left for a distant land. Far away from home, he lived the life he always thought he wanted. He spent money freely, chasing pleasure, friends, and excitement. For a while, everything felt good. But soon, the money ran out. At the same time, a severe famine struck the land. Food became scarce. The friends who once surrounded him disappeared. Alone and desperate, the young man took a job feeding pigs. For a Jewish listener, this was the lowest possible job. He became so hungry that he wished he could eat the food meant for the pigs, but no one gave him anything. One day, while standing in the pig pen, the young man finally came to his senses. He said to himself, "My father's servants have more than enough food, and here I am starving. I will go back to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your servants.'" With shame in his heart and rehearsed words on his lips, he began the long journey home. While he was still far away, his father saw him. The father had been waiting. Filled with compassion, the father ran toward his son, wrapped his arms around him, and kissed him. The son tried to speak his prepared speech, confessing his sins, but the father barely let him finish. The father called out to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. Let us celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and found." And the house was filled with joy. Music played, food was served. The father rejoiced because his son had returned. But the older son was working in the field. When he heard the music and dancing, he asked a servant what was happening. When he learned that his younger brother had returned and a celebration was being held, he became angry and refused to go inside. The father went out to him and pleaded. The older son said, "All these years I have served you and never disobeyed you, yet you never gave me even a small celebration. But this son of yours wasted everything, and you welcome him back with a feast?" The father replied gently, "My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate. Your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." Jesus ended the story there. This story teaches that no matter how far someone goes, God's mercy is greater. It shows that repentance opens the door to restoration. It also reminds us not to become bitter when grace is given to others. God is like the loving Father, always watching, always waiting, always ready to forgive. And when the lost return, heaven